that comes under the purview of the Assembly. And I'll reiterate the fact that if we are not enforcing the law, then we have a problem. People know it's wrong, but now we need to make sure that people are being brought before the courts, people are being fined, people are being meant to face the law as a disincentive for those who are doing the wrong thing and who are seeing what is going on. So I think that enforcement is key. When it comes to the issue of development, it's a continuum. There are structures that are in place. There are contracts that have been given out to various companies, whether it's in terms of desilting or dredging, or whether it's just about the daily upkeep of our streets.
Thank you very much. Arise for Ghana, if you trust us.
Now, Honorable, things are underway. Things are being put together. But what is that one thing within this short term can be done to help the people to ensure that the floods do not destroy what belongs to them?
Well, I think the reality is when President Mahama came to our constituency, he actually observed that work had come to a halt in terms of the Garrett project, which was meant to have been done during the dry season in order to preemptively avoid the flooding come the rainy season. But that has not happened. And so actually the concern he raised on the day when he came to the constituency was the fact that, judging by the level of work that they have done, we may have some issues when it starts raining. And he actually charged the contractor and the minister to put pressure for the speed of work to be increased so that we can actually mitigate the impact of the floods on constituents, on their livelihoods and their lives and property, of course. In the immediate, in terms of between now and when the rain starts, I think the most important thing is about sanitation and enforcement of the law. And as you know, we have ministries for that, but we also have the local government in place. And that is what this is about. You have assembly members in every electoral area, okay? Which means that ideally there shouldn't be a vacuum in governance. There shouldn't be a vacuum when it comes to some of these issues. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks or a month, or probably I hope in the next month or so, there should be clarity on us having an MCE as well as other district executives in other districts, which should mean that then there should be a head in terms of the local governance. But I think key is sanitation and enforcement. Because if people are being actually prosecuted for breaking the law when it comes to the bylaws in the municipality, I think people will understand that we're not actually going to accept them breaking the law and letting other people's lives be in peril.
Speaking on enforcement, as one who stands for or who is working for the development of this constituency, do you think that there needs to be education or sensitization on how things must be done in this new era of development for this constituency? When we take a look at filth management in this constituency, people are going about littering and pouring their rubbish into, especially the Odaw. What do you think can be done as the area of the constituency?
As I said, that comes under the purview of the Assembly. And I'll reiterate the fact that if we are not enforcing the law, then we have a problem. People know it's wrong, but now we need to make sure that people are being brought before the courts, people are being fined, people are being meant to face the law as a disincentive for those who are doing the wrong thing and who are seeing what is going on. So I think that enforcement is key. When it comes to the issue of development, it's a continuum. There are structures that are in place. There are contracts that have been given out to various companies, whether it's in terms of desilting or dredging, or whether it's just about the daily upkeep of our streets. People are being paid. People have received money to do their jobs, and they must do their jobs and must be held accountable if they are not doing their jobs. Otherwise, there is no point in saying that you are enforcing certain things. People must deliver, and if they are not delivering, there should be sanctions in place. And I believe that moving forward, that is the signal that President Mahama has sent. And as a member of parliament for this constituency, I'm a ex-official member of the assembly, but certainly my opinion definitely matters. And we're going to make sure that we put all the effort in to ensure that the right thing is done, and sanitation is a priority.
Final question, let's talk about women empowerment. The Women's Bank is one of the things that President Mahama is pushing forward to ensure that women are given the necessary attention and support that they need. Now, Honorable, what happens to people who would go in for this support or these loans that will be given out to women, and they don't comply with the rules of the ethics that have been laid down with it?
I think the research has shown that when it comes to borrowing money in financial institutions, women always pay back. It's very rare for women who borrow money to not pay back. So I believe that we're not going to see the kind of defaulting of payments as you see with the other banks. And the fact that the Women's Bank is being put in place is because a lot of financial institutions, for some reason, don't favor women. The informal sector is dominated by women, but they have very little access to the financial sector and, to money to actually build on their businesses. So this bank is meant to fill that gap. But like in any other financial institution, defaulters obviously will have to be held accountable. There are sanctions in place, the law will take effect. So I don't think that the rules apply differently, whether it's a women's bank or it's not. And so in speaking to the women, I think it was really just to reinforce in their minds the fact that borrowing money from a bank is not the same as borrowing money when you're in a susu group or in a women's group or a cooperative. There are certain things in place that you can't bypass the way you might do when you're in an informal group. And it was just to reiterate that so people are clear on the fact that a bank is a bank. And I think encouraging is the fact that there is a budget line in place for the establishment of the bank, which shows the commitment of the NDC to the establishment of this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Arise for Ghana, he trust on.
That comes under the purview of the Assembly. And I'll reiterate the fact that if we are not enforcing the law, then we have a problem. People know it's wrong, but now we need to make sure that people are being brought before the courts, people are being fined, people are being meant to face the law as a disincentive for those who are doing the wrong thing and who are seeing what is going on. So I think that enforcement is key. When it comes to the issue of development, it's a continuum. There are structures that are in place. There are contracts that have been given out to various companies, whether it's in terms of desilting or dredging, or whether it's just about the daily upkeep of our streets.